not a midlife crisis. It's it's an old reliable.
The old reliable. You're right.
It's not like you bought a sports
You know what,
car.
Ivan? You're having a midlife crisis with the car you have.
God, everyone is screaming at me.
What?
I gotta go, Hazel.
It's not funny. I am not having a midlife
You're
crisis.
on.
Yeah, Rhodes is looking for a turbo for his Ingun.
I don't think I am. That might be too expensive.
No,
I mean,
it's
I do have a
alright.
99mm turbo.
That's true.
You know what? Maybe one day they'll let me strap a light bar on top.
Why
Yeah.
not?
Maybe.
I don't
Why on
know.
top? Put it on the dashboard, you know? Pretend you're,
No.
regular-
Oh, we can jaywalk legally now, but it's my fault if I get hit. Don't hit me. Here, look.
Same traffic with the Howard Bank rooftop to Cookbar.
A20, the southern rooftops are also clear.
Can you bring
Can I
the?
just-
Yeah, can you bring the
CVPI to the
CVPI?
MRPD?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
I'll meet you there. Ah! What the fuck? Hello?
Dispatch 172, temperature 130.
Morning, Bug.
Howdy.
Yeah, honest mistake.
Man, I'm so sorry. Are you okay?
That was you?
No, I didn't jump out of the fucking car. This guy claimed he had a bomb in his car, and we were like.
So you did jump out of a car?
No, I didn't jump out of the car. He did.
He did?
Hey, get your car out of the damn road.
That's my new fucking car. I just bought a car.
Okay. How does everyone have the goddamn money for a car?
What do you mean?
Oh my god. Okay, listen. I'm sorry about your brand new car.
Listen, I didn't swipe for a gazillion-dollar house.
Yeah, okay. All right. You could have, but you didn't.
Okay, how's that interior?
You know, that's a low fucking blow coming from you. You know that?
Mm-hmm.
That's a low
You say
blow.
low blow, I say low square footage.
I don't think so.
Would you get a trailer?
That's fucking crazy.
He might as well be, from what I heard.
Listen, it wasn't a fucking trailer. It was a goddamn shoebox. Let's get it right.
Oh, so you couldn't even fit in the thing.
We got like 4 people living in a fucking viewing exhibit at the goddamn aquarium.
Oh no.
It's
Son, I'm so
embarrassing.
sorry.
Where is it?
It's in Polito. Oceanfront property.
You
Very
know,
nice.
you should never assume or judge a book by its cover. Let me tell you that.
Yeah, you know what? I'm glad I could be the fucking test subject for that. I'll tell you what, if I ever want to sell that house, we're not getting MSRP for it. I can promise you that.
Oh no. Just don't show them the inside, just like you didn't know.
Yeah, we'll just take interior photos and get close-ups and be like, what do you think? You want to, you know?
Exactly.
Yeah, just never show the same angle twice, and it's like, oh, wow, look at this.
Yeah, that's not surprising.
We told him, like, if you're gonna jump out, there's nothing we don't bomb squad. Safely jump out of the vehicle when you're away, and he jumps out and lets the car roll into traffic.
I mean, he stopped right near us, so it was like we knew. I knew immediately. If it was a bomb that the fucking thing needs to keep moving, the thing stopped. Nothing happened, so I was all right once that happened.
Well, I wish you all the best. All right. Bouchard.
Good night.
Yep. It is time.
I am very perceptive, huh?
Yes. That you are. Which is not common. All right, give me just a second.
Yes, sir.
I'll be with you momentarily.
Right, stop on all time. They're now flipping me off. Left eastbound Vespucci Boulevard approaching Power. Left northbound Power through the slip to the San Andreas car park. Right eastbound merging south approaching Vespucci. Left eastbound Vespucci. Is this a surge? I don't know if this is a surge or not. Left northbound Algen. Crossing San Andreas, continuing northbound Algen.
All right.
Twist.
Bouchard.
Passing pillbox, negative.
Yes, sir.
10 for I'll take your comment.
How do you think you did?
Elgin.
I think I did roughly okay. At first, I was very stressed, so the 1038s I did have some mishaps. I did, however, catch up on my 1080 calls. I think I did pretty well on my my radio calls on my 1080.
You did.
And I think overall, there's room for improvement. But overall, I think I did pretty well for my first day.
I am fully in agreement with you. You have been very receptive to feedback, as you've already indicated. The only thing I am going to ask that you do moving forward, just so that there's no confusion and nobody misunderstanding. I know earlier you sort of jokingly said, "Oh, I was just testing you."
Right.
Just when you're with an FTO, leave that by the wayside, because we need to understand whether or not you are, and obviously having been with you, I understand, but we need to understand whether or not you're being receptive to the feedback, versus making excuses.
I did make that mistake, by the way. Yeah, no, that was an excuse. I did make the mistake. I was just playing it off as a joke, but I acknowledge the mistake, sir.
Perfect. Beyond that, I'm going to be real. Your traffic stops were solid. Your radio comms for day one, solid. Genuinely, I'm not kidding when I say this. Most things you did today were really good in the grand scheme of things, especially as first day. Nerves are always going to get the best of you. Like I said, it doesn't matter that we're in a police department setting. It doesn't matter that this is your first day, right? Nerves are always going to get the best of you until you become familiar with everybody that you're going to be working alongside every single day.
I agree.
And in addition to that, you're likely to sort of see the biggest level of improvement once you are a PPO, essentially solo as a cadet, because then you sort of find yourself as an officer and what, you know, where you stand, what you're going to do when there is no direct supervision over you. And that is the phase in which you're going to become very familiar with, you know, everybody around you. You're going to see the same names every single day. You're going to see Lucas. You're going to see myself, Alice, Barrick, Pinzone, Turner, when he's not, you know, dealing with other stuff. And when you Forte, King,
McMahon,
Watt, McMahon, yes.
Shift 3?
Yep. And so you're going to see these names every single day, and the more you become familiar with us, the better your radio comms are going to be. The better, you know, when you're with somebody or working alongside somebody, you're going to do. So my only ask of you is that, number one, make sure, unfortunately we didn't get to go over SOPs, but make sure you familiarize yourself with SOPs. Your report writing as of like now, as far as I have seen, has been solid. Let me just reference the latest report. Hold on.
The latest report I written should be the 2858.
All right, so although it would be in my report, which I have not done yet because I was focusing on FTO related stuff, if let's say you were the one you know, you were essentially primary, what you want to do is within your report, you want to hit on all of the charges. So although you can't testify to of having been a witness to the unlawful imprisonment, the things you can testify to is the reckless evading, right? You want to describe specifically. So what I typically do is I indicate that the vehicle is traveling at high rates of speed, you know, 100 plus miles an hour within city limits. They were driving into opposing lanes of travel. They were driving onto sidewalks, stuff like that, stuff to justify the reckless evading, right? And so the way a report should be formatted is, you know, if you were to piece together all of the statements from the victims, the officers, you know, reference the evidence, everything should lead up to being able to justify each and every charge. So in this case, what you can do is edit your report to indicate, you know, while we were in the pursuit, the individual is at 100 plus miles an hour, driving to opposing lanes, onto sidewalks, eventually until they struck a traffic cone off of Carson and Jamestown, resulting in them getting ejected from the vehicle. Let's see, hold on. And then, you know, did you look over the vehicle at all?
No, there was someone else on the scene.
It was
who took
Lucas.
over.
Yeah.
someone
But
took
let's
over.
say this was a much smaller incident that didn't stem from the courthouse, and you were there from like start to finish. You would then indicate, you know, if you did it, upon running the plate of the vehicle is flagged as stolen, which we did have that information because I did ask over radio, and I ran the plate, and that upon inspecting the vehicle, it looks like it had clearly been tampered with. Which would justify the tampering with the vehicle in addition to the joyriding charge.
Right.
You can even further elaborate and state, upon combing over evidence, it was clear that Jesse Adler was the individual in one of the photos holding a knife up to, you know, the individuals who had their hands up, unlawfully imprisoning them, essentially. And at that point, you now have both the brandishing and the unlawful imprisonment charges justified entirely on your end, even if you weren't originally on scene, right?
All right. So you want us to give out
justify
more details
each charge.
Justify the charges.
Yep, 100%. Especially in a situation where they haven't pled guilty. It's not to say if somebody pleads guilty, you should be omitting details, but you don't need sort of like the explicit level of detail as somebody who may attempt to appeal this in the future, right? Because what if this doesn't go to court for 25 days, right? But on day 26 they decide, you know what, we're gonna bring this to an appeal. Are you gonna remember every detail to justify each charge? Probably not. I mean, you might have great memory, but you know, some of these things are likely gonna skip your mind.
I agree. Especially like if you do today, tomorrow, you remember a lot easier. I agree. After 2-3 weeks, especially coming closer to the fourth week, you start to forget. But it's the small
100%.
details you forget, right?
Especially as a new cadet, especially as somebody who's getting into the swing of things. The last thing you want is to now have an appeal looming over you, right? While you're, you know, you're gonna sit there and be like, did I do everything right? Fuck. Is this what happened? Is that what happened? And then you're gonna show up in court and you're gonna be nervous. Just as nervous as you were day one, even though you're now 3-4 weeks into your cadet phase. Hell, you may even be, you know, a PPO at the time and no longer even need supervision, right? But you're now going to be in that new territory where there's a judge you've never seen before. There's a suspect who you briefly had an encounter with, but you know, we were mostly a backup unit to assist with an arrest and catching somebody. But you know, they're gonna throw you off immediately by asking whether or not you were on scene, and your answer to that's going to be no. But here's the thing: you can't exactly clarify beyond that. If their question is, were you on scene? No. And if they end it there, unless you have somebody, you know, asking cross-examination questions, such as like, well, if you weren't on scene, how did you justify these charges? And then you get to explain everything. Like, you might end up getting nervous as a result of being put on the spot, realizing that they're going to try to frame it a certain way, even though, given all the information you had more than enough to push these charges. You just want to make sure you have as much as possible within there. Detail, by the way, for traffic stops don't have to be as detailed as y'all have been writing as of recent. I'm gonna be real. You know, the more detail, the better. But you know, traffic stop for a $300 citation. You know, you just be like, an individual was clocked at 60 miles an hour, southbound Popular. And then I always include the photo of the radar reading in addition to the registered owner for the plate that was at that speed. And that's pretty much it. You don't necessarily need to include exactly where y'all were positioned. Most of that is irrelevant. As long as you can justify and articulate those things, should it be taken to traffic court, you're good.
All right. You like lugging that thing around all day?
What around?
I am.
Oh, I'm updating a statement on one of the incidents today.
It was the courthouse situation thing.
Oh yeah.
Whatever happened there.
Fucking, I would have rather dealt with the suspects that fucking did it.
You had the victims?
Oh my god. They wouldn't give me an ID. They wouldn't say their name. They wouldn't tell me
the suspect wouldn't do the same thing. Wouldn't give her her ID. Same thing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but at the same time, I mean, you already had them on arrest. Like, these are people that were supposed to be victims in the situation. It's like, dude, I just need an ID. I mean, we might need that for like summons to court or what it might be, right? Like, there's plenty of reasons why we would need an ID of the victim of that situation. And he just wouldn't give it to me. He just would not give it to me. So I had to arrest him. It was like, all right, well, fuck it.
Oh my gosh. One of them was the dude Lorenzo. That was the guy. He was a prick.
Nah, he was awful. This guy was awful.
Yeah. Yeah, he pretty much kept implying he was gonna get us. He said we were gonna have a long night.
Yeah, it was this Frederick Rowland dude. That's the guy we ended up bringing to court the other day, I think.
Oh, Jesus. I'm sorry, Bouchard. You pissed me off. You
Okay,
pissed me off by typing in your MDT. You pissed me the fuck off.
Tap quieter.
Or don't tap at all while I'm trying to open my MDT. Fuck. Yeah,
Man,
see,
these
this
guys
is him
start
typing.
hitting disorderly and harassment after they start spitting bullshit the whole time.
I'm pretty sure they implied that they were going to stab officers. And to that, I thought, let's not push attempted murder of a government employee. Let's push attempted first degree and then push serial assaults and killings.
Just attempted by threatening?
No, by actually trying to stab officers.
Oh, right.
Right? If they're premeditating this shit, fuck it. Yeah, see, right now, because I have that report open, I can't open up my MDT.
I see you just walking around.
What was that?
I see you walking around like, oh.
Nope.
Oh, you can't open it because you don't want to fuck it up or something?
No. So there's an issue right now. Like right now, I don't have my MDT in my hands, right? But I have the report that Bouchard right now is editing. While he's editing it, for every single thing he's putting in, when I try to open my MDT, you know, my F1, okay?
Yeah, right.
It goes away every time he types something.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Oh, that's a pain in the ass.
Mm-hmm. It's very much so a pain in the ass when you go and do something that happens and instead you punch your suspect. Oops. Yeah.
Oh, because you're fucking tapping around in there. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Fuck.
I haven't had that happen to me.
How do you open your MDT?
Yeah, like, you know,
F1?
The F1 app. Yeah.
Okay, so open up the report. 2858.
Incident. 2858. Okay.
Yep. Now keep it open. Specifically, have the Officer David Bouchard statement, the red one, up, and then
You want me to click around in there?
No. I mean, yeah, just click once in it.
Okay.
All right, now put your MDT down, but keep that report open. All right, now hold your F1.
Oh man.
Uh-huh.
That is,
yeah, I've had a situation where I'm sitting there and I'm like, I'm gonna go impound this car. Oh wait, no, I'm not. Same thing. Yep.
Yeah, that's fucking rough.
Yeah, that's why we have to make sure we most definitely close the reports when we're done with them, because you never know if an hour fucking later the report that you dealt with someone is now editing and that happens.
Yo, there's this new thing in ChatGPT where they have this like flow writing thing. I don't know if you heard about it at all, but
no,
it's like a module for it. I don't know if you have it, but it's insane. Like, you don't have to correct any typos. You can be like so far fucking off, and it will figure it out word for word what you were trying to do.
Really?
It's fucking it's scary. Like, you could just don't correct any mistakes and just keep going.
Oh wait, that's good for I'm gonna be real. I type fast enough to where I can keep up with most people like talking in real time, but sometimes the typo really fucking gets to me, and then
it drops
and it puts me back a few words, and then I'm trying to keep up. There's like a small little buffer I can accommodate just a bit, but I don't know. I'm gonna have to start using that.
Yeah, I know. It's you just don't. But it's gonna be hard for you to not correct a mistake, though. That's where
Yeah, you're not wrong. You're not wrong.
Because you know when you're an accurate typer, you know when you hit the wrong key.
Yeah, yeah, you're not wrong. Fuck.
Yup.
Oh no. All right, I'm checking. Let's see.
What do you do to fix that? Just get out of the report?
Yep, you just close the report, and then because it's not being like live edited while you're still in it. Yeah. Think of it like this. You put your MDT down, you see it, you know, go down, or watch, put it away, and you'll see you put your MDT down.
Right.
I swear it's down there, because when I went to go impound a car one time, I partially pulled my MDT up when that was happening.
I got you. Yeah. No, that was. I don't know. It's great though. I mean, the thing is good. It's
100%.
There's definitely some snags. I feel like there's from what I heard about in the past, there's a couple little things that are like would be nice to have back. What was it? There was one that was bothering me earlier. I forget what it was. Fuck, I'm never gonna remember if I have to think back. My memory is shot. My memory has been so bad lately.
Let's see. Bouchard, what word is that?
Which one?
Jesse Adler was ejected over the windshield by hitting. What is that?
Signalization. Signalisation.
I'm gonna need a translation for that, bud.
It's the lights from the traffic lights, the traffic signs, the poles, the poles of the signalisation.
I have never heard that in my fucking life.
Yeah, it's French. Sorry.
Okay, all right, bud. All right.
I thought the word signalisation.
I'm sorry. Am I gonna need an official translator to submit this report as evidence? You're good.
Yeah, I guess traffic pole or signal pole. Yeah, signal pole works.
Oh no, it was a full on.
Well, that's the word I'm looking for.
No, it was just a traffic. Okay, do you know the traffic barrels that they have like on the side of construction, like the round? Yes, it was those pretty much. The ones on Carson towards Jamestown Street, where there's like that center median that also has a cut through. They slammed into one of those and went flying.
And there was a
I thought she hit one of the lights, the traffic lights, and then she ejected. And the car just
I don't think there's a traffic light on the center there. All traffic lights start on the sidewalk.
Whoever processed rule never actually checked off processed.
Huh. So she hit the median in the middle.
Not the median. There was a cone along the median, or not a cone, but like the traffic barrel thingy. Like when I say traffic cone, people like this is what people think right here. I'm talking about the big barrel filled with water that she struck and then ejected. Oh, I have my MDTs partially up. One moment.
Yeah, you look like you're sleeping. You fucking sleeping on this report?
No, I was trying to bring up my dispatch. Okay, well.
Yeah, that's why
I changed it to construction hazard and parentheses, a barrel.
Yeah, that works. That works. My MDT is stuck in my face. A moment. All right, we're good. We are good. Yeah. All right.
Crane.
Oh, wait. I think it was Crane that had Rue. Let me call Barrick. Let me verify.
Howdy.
Hey, did Crane process Rue?
Yeah.
I don't believe it's listed as processed.
I'll get on there about it.
Perfect. We're correcting cadets. Listen.
Other than that, honestly,
day one woes. It's okay.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. But honestly, other than a few things, she's done like a phenomenal job.
That's very good to hear.
And she's pretty quiet. But you know, day one, and gonna have to break her out of her shell a little bit, but it'll take time. Once she gets comfortable, I'm sure she'll be fine.
That's good.
But other than that, like, she's saying the right things on the radio, pretty much without me even having to tell her. It's so good. It's very refreshing.
Break Lawson for initiating a 38 comms while there's an active 80.
Yeah.
He's not all bad. There's quite a bit.
It just needs more work.
Yeah. Which, I mean, listen, he was on LOA for a while, right?
Yeah.
It's like summer and coming back, or going back to school once summer breaks over. You don't remember the formulas in math. You didn't do the summer reading. No, you have no idea what fucking book they read and what it was about. Yeah, you might have glanced at the Spark Notes, but we're gonna have to go over all of it. It's been a while, It isn't exactly like riding a bike. I wanted to go over SOPs and such. I didn't have the time, unfortunately, because I wanted to like really drill in traffic stops. So we were chaining traffic stops. One traffic stop, we're on the south side of Popular. We do one, they'd complete, they'd swap seats. The person in the passenger seat was now doing the report for the traffic stop they just completed. And the driver at that point would do a 38. And because we were in my spot, it was back to back to back. And then that courthouse situation and shit happened. And overall, Bouchard, truthfully, solid. Like very, very solid in the grand scheme of things. He's not afraid to ask questions. He's open to feedback and whatnot. And then Lawson earlier, I had to correct quite a bit regarding traffic stops. There was the 38 comms. There was the... it was... In one situation, they pulled into the center, which would have been to the left-hand side of the lanes of travel. It was really awkward because it was on Buccaneer Way, so you know how traffic is there. So I mentioned that, but then in another 38, he pulled someone over that was completely in opposing lanes, but off to the right-hand side of opposing lanes, and it was a one-way. You can only go one way. So much so that he almost got hit by a van. And then in order to avoid the van, he had to pretty much walk into the dead zone. And then the person he pulled over recommended that he pull somewhere else. instead of again him suggesting or telling the person to go somewhere specific. So like I said, room for improvement for sure. Definitely not ready for solo quite yet though. PPO.
Yeah, it's all right. Yeah.
We'll get to it though. We'll get to it.
Yeah. I'm probably gonna honestly. I'm considering putting up Frost PPO like
do
today, honestly.
Do it. If you think he's ready based on your performance or your evaluation with him today, do it. No sense, Barrick, in holding someone back over a formality when we are already shooting ourselves in the foot.
Yeah, because I don't know how you felt, but between all the cadets on duty with us today, like we had 16 people on duty. Like that felt like today felt really good. That like courthouse situation, yeah.
But in saying that, that's also 3 FTOs essentially tripled up in that like we have 2 with us, so we're 3 to a car.
Yeah, but just imagine if we could have like
everyone solo and ready.
Yeah.
Trust me, I Barrick, I see the light at the end of the tunnel. No, I don't. I see the shadow. I see the shadow in the distance, which means that there's like somewhere in the distance.
Yeah, you can just see the sun peeking up above the horizon.
I don't know about that one. Don't get ahead of yourself, Barrick. Don't get ahead of yourself. Bud. Yeah, no. I don't know what you're seeing, bud. It's not what I'm seeing.
Okay, fair enough.
Just remember, Barrick, but don't forget, if this round of cadets does not work, we're fucked. And when I say fucked, I mean there is not going to be a single one of us willing to FTO because we are burnt out. Okay? So I hate to break it to you, but we really gotta really push quality here, because if we have these people out there causing problems, we're fucked.
Yeah, but would we rather have nobody on duty or some people on duty that might cause issues here and there?
Barrick, if you reworded that as, would you rather have 4 experienced officers who you don't ever have to question, or 15 inexperienced officers whose every move you have to question? I'm taking the 4 every time. I'm taking the 4 because with those 4, I don't have to micromanage. I don't have to, I'm not playing an RTS. All right. I don't have to control somebody's every move. There's a level of autonomy with those 4 experienced officers that does not exist with inexperienced people. So to answer your question, that I reworded myself, I would take the 4 experienced over however many inexperienced in a heartbeat.
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to talk to Turner next time I get the opportunity. There's a couple people that I think could really help us out that we could bring on as well, hopefully, that aren't like really like former people per se.
Okay.
So if
I don't want to cut this short. I just need to speak to Bouchard regarding his.
Oh yeah, go ahead and take your time.
Right.
I'll be on duty.
All right, bye. All right, Oz, thank you for the raid, man. I hope you had a good stream. Sorry for the delay. All right, apologies. Let me take a look.
I that did a bit.
So you had a feisty one with this, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you talking about Jesse? Oh.
Yeah.
Jesse was pretty tame in the grand scheme of things in comparison to like some of the people we can get.
I mean, it's that one guy who
Lorenzo?
Yeah.
You know Lorenzo got arrested in this incident, right?
Again?
He was the victim here, but he was being a dick.
He was honestly not as bad as the other one. I mean,
really?
Frederick Roland, he's like Lorenzo's his parrot in the way I see it.
What's up, cuh?
Yeah, right, exactly.
It's a conspiracy. Yeah, he wouldn't stop at the hospital earlier. He wouldn't stop yelling at me. I told him he has really nice, beautiful eyes, really nice brown. He told me to shut the fuck up. He never said a word after I got peace.
Oh, maybe that's what I need to start telling him.
Yeah, see, that's what I mean about shining a little piece of dangling.
Still waiting for traffic court roads. Stop dodging me.
Navarro, you would lose traffic court. I've never lost before, and I never will.
Yeah, well, You will.
Okay,
this
that's
is
what
gonna
you
be your
think.
first loss.
Okay, bud.
I'd like to take you to your traffic court. Can you please get it going, please?
Sure. Yeah. Yeah. Most definitely. Maybe.
No. Please.
Call an attorney. Get it set up.
I have, and they say that you have to set it up.
No, not quite.
We never lost in traffic court.
That is correct. So the reason I've never lost in traffic court is because in Bouchard, you'll quickly realize this. When I'm in a traffic stop, I always verify that I have some form of like actual evidence, right? If I'm pulling somebody over for speeding, I have them clocked, but I don't tell them I do. Because for me, it allows me to determine whether or not, somebody's operating, with good faith, right?
See,
so I tell someone, here's the thing. I tell someone,
I like that.
I leave the ball in their court. I say, do you know why I pulled you over? And if they say, you know what, it was because I was speeding. I know what I did. I shouldn't have done it. I fucked up, right? I'll probably give them a slap on the wrist. Tell them not to do it again. But the moment they say, and I clocked them, let's say doing 90 and a 55, the moment they go, isn't it your job to tell me? And let me tell you.
Want me to do my job?
Here's the thing. They start saying things like, well, did you clock me? To which I will very intentionally not say yes or no to. I will pivot and say, I don't need to clock you. I visually saw you, which really gets their mind racing in like this race that they think they're winning, but they're not, because they don't realize they already lost. They've been lapped several times over and they don't know it. Yes, I clocked them. No, I didn't tell them. Yes, I would love for them to bring it to traffic court. And only then I'm legally required to provide them the evidence that I have, which will be the radar reading and the fact that they're the registered owner of the vehicle on the plate that was doing 90 and a 55. And they're going to sit there and say, you lied to me. No, I did not. I did not say, no, I did not clock you. I said, I don't need to. But I did, because I'm doing my job.
See, remember earlier we were talking about the power dynamics, the power and control. Yeah, I think you like to have control in that kind of situation as well.
I love people who, here's the thing. These are the people who, if they had no supervision, would do terrible things, right? Because even after having been observed doing something, they'll straight out deny it. Oh, this vehicle, I can't even do 90.
Oh, yeah.
I done clocked you at 108. What do you mean?
Today. We heard that 2 times.
Yes.
Oh, my car doesn't even go that bad.
Yes.
Oh, it's the motor no good. He won't go after. Hey, come on, call.
Then how did I clock you? Huh? How'd I clock you? Tell me.
Exactly.
But here's the thing. You don't know that I clocked you because here's the thing. They double down. They triple down. They go, but what are you, like a radar? How do you know? Are you a human radar? And I hit them with the, I'm very experienced in this. I've been doing this for many, many years. And they go, yeah, well, you can make mistakes too. Okay, well, bring me to traffic court and we'll see who's wrong. Yeah.
I aspire to one day never have a traffic court be reversed on me. You inspire me, sir.
Well, Navarro right there, he's a prime example. He did the exact same shit. And I typically give Navarro a break because he normally admits to his wrongdoing. Okay, but he fell into the trap that I laid. He fell into the trap. And that's why he's confident he's going to win traffic court, because he thinks the only evidence and proof I have is me saying he was speeding. No, I clocked him.
He still does. So he's going to bring you to traffic court, not knowing that there's a radar already in the.
Yes, he doesn't know. He doesn't know. Wow. Listen, I don't approach and I go, reason for the stop is I clocked you doing 72 and a 55. Remember, ball's in their court. Right. I say, do you know why I pulled you over? To which they say, I don't know.
Yeah, I give them a chance.
Isn't it your job?
Yeah, because if I have them speeding and I don't have them for a red light, they say, oh yeah, I burned the red light. Yeah, that, and I have you speeding. I always give them a chance to put the feet in the mouth.
Yep, exactly. And here's the thing. Like I said, to me, somebody who's willing to admit to their wrongdoing and accept responsibility, right, is far more easier to deal with and consider being lenient with than somebody who's going to sit there and pretend you didn't just watch them fucking do 90 and a 55.
Yeah, because most people that are accountable are less likely to commit violent felonies. You know, there's.
I'm just saying, Bouchard, that traffic's stop spot unpopular.
Oh yeah,
all we did, we were in plain sight, pretty much. We were in plain sight for people. They don't even. They're so oblivious.
It's too late. It's too late. All they see is the money at the end of the tunnel. They don't
drive around to an intersection, a red light. They don't care.
Yeah, not. That's why I said. Remember when that vehicle hauled ass? Who was that? Did y'all end up getting him?
Valdez. We couldn't get him.
That's why I wanted that person pulled over, because I'm tired of people hauling ass. Do you know that I will prioritize someone who hauls ass past my traffic stop because they suspect I'm busy than the person I'm currently ticketing? I could be ticketing the person for first-degree speeding, which is a $1,000 citation. If someone speeds past me at some egregious speed, you bet your ass I'm saying you're free to go jump into my car and chasing after that person. You bet your fucking ass I'm doing that.
I couldn't. It was already doing 110. It was doing 110 past us, and I was fumbling getting on the gas, and then fucking.
Oh, he probably took the first opportunity to make a turn and break on a side.
I think he came straight. What was it?
Oh, I don't know.
Because we need a tourist is faster, better handling pursuits, no?
It's very hit or miss. I've had a Ballista outrun me in a straight in the Taurus, and I think a CVPI likely would have been fine. Yeah, it's very, very hit or miss.
That's why we have both.
It's true. But I was the only one on the pursuit at the time. They literally just sent it in a straight line. There's nothing I could do. Nothing. 1060. Let's see. What to do? I'm actually probably gonna go 42. The weekend I have to do a few things back at home. But Bouchard, do you have any comments, questions, concerns, anything of the sort for me before we conclude this?
It was actually a pleasure riding with you today. I think you were breaking the ice for my first time riding with an FTO. Was actually you're very more relaxed. Barrett stresses me out because he's such more imposing. You know, he's like he commands. Like I thought he was lieutenant, but he's just senior officer.
Yep.
Yeah, he commands that authority. You know. So
Here's the thing: a lot of us are like that. The thing is, when it comes to, I mean, when I recall when I was a cadet, you know, there is this general idea of like sort of beating someone down to build them back up. I'm not of that mindset. You know, listen, if I have to sit there and explain something to you several times over, I'm not going to sit there and yell at you because I had to repeat something. Barrick isn't going to do that either, right? But Barrick does have very sort of a authoritative tone, if you will. And you know, you're not going to bullshit with Barrick, but I can tell you what, if you do your job as you should, you'll have no problems with Barrick. If you make a mistake in front of Barrick, you should never worry about it. Okay? Because again, he's of the same mindset as me. He's of the same mindset as any other FTO in this shift. You are expected to make mistakes. We will correct you, but let us know how you prefer something be corrected. The only time we will butt in and be like, no, you absolutely cannot, is if you're about to violate somebody's rights or really fuck something up.
Right.
Outside of that, we are content with you guys making mistakes. It's going to happen, right? You are more likely to learn from making that mistake and then being corrected on it.
Yeah, that's it. That's the mindset. If I do the mistake and you tell me right away after, like it's if I do it then like a traffic stop and like I do back 10-8, you know, I don't say that. But
no, you're good.
You're
good.
To tell me right away. That's what I prefer, you know, and that's how I like it.
Fucking Turner, man, he's the king of getting you as soon as you make it.
Yeah, the only issue with that is often, like for me, I understand why some people would do that, but at the same time, when somebody gets corrected on the spot, like completely just, I mean, I was with a cadet one time and he did it, and it really threw the cadet off. Like, because at that point,
right.
At that point, you now have...
They're thinking about their mistakes the whole time.
Exactly, right? And now they're running it through their mind a million times as they're actively, continuously trying to do comms, which they already lack at because they, you know, they don't know street names off the top of their head. So they were a little behind before, but now they're a lot behind because of this on-the-fly correction.
Yeah, you kind of bundle them up as like, hey,
exactly.
I would
rather
here. Let's fix this. This is this.
Yep. Especially on radio. There's a difference, in my opinion, between correcting somebody on radio in the presence of everybody else versus, let's say I'm in the car with Bouchard and he says something. If I say, omit this, right? Like, hey, listen, you caught yourself, or at least I caught you doing this. Don't do it again, right? No filler
like
information.
Going southbound.
Exactly.
Like,
Yep. Right. But I'm not going to say that over radio, because over radio, again, remember, this comes down to sort of feeling comfortable with everybody you're working alongside. And if somebody is correcting you over radio, unless it needs to be done immediately, for example, the situation with Frost earlier, right, where we needed to know where the location was so we could get there and help, and we weren't getting the info. Yes, I had to break and say, let us know the location. Give us the 20. We don't know where on Vespucci you are. Vespucci is a very long road. Outside of something like that, again,
I'll do that with a fucking
mistakes.
full officer though.
Yeah, 100%, 100%.
Oh, you're on San Andreas? Is that the one that goes across the whole island?
Pretty much. And the thing is, we don't people need to understand that when we correct somebody, we genuinely mean nothing like malicious. It's not an attack against your person. It literally is just constructive criticism and feedback.
That's exactly how I see it. Feedback on you're in training. You're supposed to have feedback. If you can't take feedback in training, you shouldn't be a cop.
I agree, 100%. 100%.
Like, what's going to happen when we go in the processing a suspect that's like 30% more aggressive than Lorenzo or Jesse was, or anything like that? They're going to lose their shit right away.
100%. And when lawyers are called and they know you're a cadet, they're going to take advantage of that very quickly.
Yep.
Very quickly. And the reality is, officers that are going to hold their own and be able to justify stuff without the assistance of, someone looking over their shoulder, those are the people that are going to progress, and they're going to progress quite fast in the grand scheme of things.
Yeah, I agree.
But yeah, like I said, I'm accommodating to sort of many different styles of learning. I just need to know from people ahead of time. Some people only want to be told once the situation's concluded. That way they can sort of, not have their heart racing from the situation they've experienced for the first time, and they can retain the information. Alternatively, like you want to be told right then and there. Maybe not necessarily over radio that you fucked up, but hey, stop saying
I'll catch
this.
myself because I know what.
Oh yeah, you did. You did. That's the greatest part. And you even called yourself out on it.
Yeah.
Do you know? I don't know. For me, when I was a cadet, I remember it was Columbo at the time. Anytime I used any filler words, he would repeat it to me. It was actually Academy. I recall this clear as fucking day. It was Academy Day. And I said, I'd be like, left, going, and he'd just repeat going.
Oh, wow.
Every time, just so that he could drill into my mind how frequently I was actually doing it.
Yeah.
And now my comms, it literally is left, westbound, Vespucci, right, northbound, power, left, what,
You get no rhythm, yeah.
The only
that's
time,
a good trick. Yeah, that's a good.
only time I stray from that is when I suspect. Well, number one, if there are cadets on duty that I know are not too familiar, I have to use landmarks. Landmarks are fine, right? Landmarks are perfectly fine.
Right.
But I'll add that as additional information. Left, westbound, San Andreas Ave, passing Burger Shop. Right, northbound, Bay City Ave, passing the entrance to the pier, right?
So,
stuff like that.
It doesn't matter. And let's say I don't want to use landmarks. I just want to use streets. Let's say we're all PPO. There's no cadets. That's okay, right?
Yeah, that's perfectly fine. That is
because
perfectly fine.
I heard. I think it was you earlier today. You had a 1080. You were making comms, and your comms are so perfect, man. It's just it make me want to learn all the comms.
I think Flop was on that one. I was driving most of the pursuits.
It was Flop. Okay, yeah.
My comms are good. You'll know what I'm doing. The thing is, I'm not too worried, but I make sure that people know kind of the pace and direction that things are going. And when things are turning a lot, you're left, westbound, and they make some immediate right. You don't have to get the whole. There's new information you got to get out, so you got to make the call for, right away.
It's
like
not a
left,
conveyor
westbound,
belt
right,
where
northbound.
everything has to make it through before you make the next call out. We need like the up-to-date immediate information. If somebody makes a right and then an immediate left, if you can spit out the right and then immediate left quick enough, great. If you can't, right northbound, left westbound, San Andreas Ave, like you just correct with the immediate current information.
Okay.
But yeah.
That's
Bouchard,
gonna
good shit.
come naturally.
Good shit.
Yeah, and like
I wouldn't typically say this to a cadet, but you're promising.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate that.
And you better have the book smarts down because we're gonna go over that next time.
I told Captain
SOPs.
Turner that my goal at the interview was to make Captain Slacks jealous that he wouldn't put me on shift 2.
Slacks wouldn't put you on 2?
No, he not that he wouldn't put me, that he didn't interview me at all. He just I went for interviews right away for shift 3, and I'm gonna make all other captains regret not having me as a
good shit. Okay, also, you speak 2 languages, right?
Yeah, I speak multiple languages.
Well, multiple. How many?
4.
4.
Oh, shit.
Wait a minute. Why is shift 3 the fucking shift of everybody speaking different? What languages do you speak?
I speak French, English. My mom, she's Portuguese, so I speak Portuguese and some Spanish. And I know a little bit of German, a little bit of Greek, Russian, here and there.
You remind me of Espino's. You're gonna be our translator.
You're gonna be, yeah.
We used to run into this guy. His profile was literally like it was plastered with stuff like pretends to not know English, or whatever, right, to try to get out of traffic stops. Whenever they would show up, they would always try several different languages, all of which we had an officer that spoke.
Yeah,
it was Espino's who spoke that fucking language every time.
Yeah, I encountered those. It says, oh, no hablo inglés. Oh, tu hablas español. Je parle pas anglais. Oh, tu parles français. You know, I always do that. And then they switch, and then they go German. Oh, sprachen Sie Deutsch. Hey, sprachen Deutsch, yeah? And they all get fucked up. They're like, what? I don't understand.
Yeah,
they all give up after a certain
Yeah, Espino's spoke German, Spanish, French, English, obviously, Portuguese. I feel like I'm missing something, but I'm not confident. So there's at least 5 languages there in total, obviously including English. And like I said, you very much so remind me of him in that capacity.
You know Italian?
Sì, io hablo un poco italiano.
Oh shit! Damn, you got a bunch.
Listen, if you can get a statement past somebody pretending to know a language, that's all I need. Okay, that's all I need. I can't roll my R's. All right, it sucks, but I can't.
I can't either though.
There's a guy called Pigeon. He wanted to pay me $5,000 so I can teach him how to roll the R.
Pigeon, Cap Terra Nova.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, fucking Cap.
Yeah, I was doing taxi with him, and the one time I did the taxi, trying to teach him how to roll the R, he got me in trouble. Some tow truck lady got crazy, start hitting my truck with the wrench, and another woman there. Bro, this guy has a lot of problems, man. I don't understand.
Yeah, it's Cap Terra Nova. You can expect problems from him. He's a problem. Not really. I say that in a joking way, but it's just
he's a character, that's for sure. That guy.
Oh yeah, 100%, 100%. All right, Bouchard, I'm going to fill out your FTO report tomorrow because I unfortunately do have to go. But I mean, if I can't say I'm going to take you tomorrow. Obviously, given it's sort of first come first serve, and whoever takes cadets. Most FTOs right now are doubling up on cadets, given the fact that
sheer numbers.
We literally have to, because if we don't,
people will be just waiting around all night.
Yeah,
you do know I used to be FTO, right? In my own.
No.
Yeah. I aspired to be FTO for shift 3.
That's good. That is very good to hear.
That's why
Very
I'm
good.
learning and I'm trying to take everything I can.
Yeah, when I get there, I don't mind getting back into it.
I think it would make a pretty good FTO, Officer McMahon.
Oh, thanks. Well, let's just say I used to do it over in the Bronx. I didn't tell them when I was coming in, but I was like a lieutenant over there, so I've had to bring a lot of people up.
Wow, that's awesome.
Well, fuck. Realize I still need to get the vehicle repaired. Is it fuck?
Oh, fuck yeah, I gotta do that too.
Which one was ours?
We had a broken taillight in the back.
Okay.
This one here.
Okay, this
This
one
one's
has
got
two
two
broken
out.
tail.
Yeah, this one's got
This
one
one.
out.
Oh yeah, this one was ours. XS for extra small.
Hey, this
What do you read my condom label?
Hey, you know, listen. If you own it, it is what it is. Nobody can make fun of you.
It's not about the size of the boat. It's about the motion.
Keep telling yourself that, Bouchard.
All right, I'm gonna go take off my equipment and 10:42.
All right.
All right, thanks for the.
I think you owe me $600 for half of this repair. I'm kidding, by the way.
All right.
Have a good one. I'm gonna get this fixed. I'm going 42. If you're, what was that?
You going to Mosley's to have it repaired?
Yep.
Can I come? I want to see the whole process.
Sure. Well, actually, let me see if anyone from Popular's around. Nope. So I'm sure you're aware, but obviously when you go off duty, you know, take off your uniform.
All the equipment back. Fucking water, huh?
Yeah.
Maybe we.
No, it's fine. So obviously all PD equipment, make sure you put in your locker, and then sign off at the front desk and then go home. Yeah, that is pretty much it. Under normal circumstances, I would not be heading to Mosley's Code 2, but unfortunately I am pressed for time. Yeah, hopefully you enjoyed your shift, and
I did.
hopefully we can get you pushed through to PPO fairly quickly.
Yeah,
assuming you're a quick learner.
My question was about the case law. So, you know, the Miranda, right? The Miranda case law. Do we need supposed to know what's written in there? We know that Miranda was a person, a little girl that asked questions.
Not necessarily,
and,
but if
okay,
you
because-
can get the general case law and explain exactly its function and whatnot, you're good.
Okay, because I actually know what happened with Terry, why we had to call the Terry frisk and all that stuff. Like way back before all of this. That's,
Hello, Mr.
some
Officer
stuff-
Rhodes.
some
hello.
stuff
Jamil?
Yeah, that's right.
All right. See, look, I'm good at remembering names. Oh, Jamil took me to traffic court. Jamil, what happened?
Oh.
You remember?
Yeah, of course I remember it.
Yeah, what
also,
happened?
it wasn't my idea. I took a huge loss.
Oh,
I
so
blame
you
that.
lost? You did not win.
Yeah, no,
your
Officer
appeal?
Rhodes freaking cooked us.
Gee.
You want to? So for context, this is a new officer here.
Oh, right.
And I was trying to explain what I do in traffic stops.
Oh yeah, Mr. Officer Rhodes is very thorough, and I think you learn a lot from him.
Well, I appreciate that. I think I will.
FTO
learn
in
a
him,
lot.
Rhodes?
Yeah. Do you recall what piece of evidence you suspected I didn't have?
Well, there's two, right?
Well,
There was,
jog my memory. It was a while ago.
evidence of you not. Wait, how do I say that? Of you didn't tell us that you clocked our speed, and you didn't tell us that you had pictures of our vehicle that was parked in front of a fire hydrant. It was bright yellow.
You're right. That is what you did jog my memory, because now I remembered it was in front of the hospital.
Yeah.
In front of a fire hydrant. Crazy.
What's up, David?
Hey, what's up, Larry?
It's fucking raining bad out, man. My car is like driving shitty. I gotta get it fixed.
Ooh. That's no bueno.